Hi, and welcome to a new guided crochet meditation. I'm Andrea, as you well know, and today's topic will be gratitude. We know very well that this week in the US, many people will be celebrating Thanksgiving, but we can also take a moment and be grateful for things that have happened this year, even if we don't live in the US. For example, you probably know, I live in Germany. But I would still like to use today's meditation as an opportunity to tell you a bit about what I'm grateful for and to invite you to do the same, either in your mind or to your family, to your loved ones. Now, if only I remember what I had to do in my crochet project. So I invite you to bring a crochet project that you will be working on while we do these exercises. I will wait here for you until you do that, and it will take me a few seconds to remember what I need to do. Yeah. All right. So I hope you have picked up your crochet project now, and we'll just dive right into it. Last week's topic was grief, and if you're going through that, I highly recommend that you check it out. You can find it both in my IGTV and on YouTube on my channel. But today's episode will be about gratitude and things that we can be thankful for, things that we appreciate. So once you have your crochet project ready, we can begin. You can start making a few stitches and doing the breathing exercises that we normally do during these crochet meditations. So we take a very deep breath, the deepest breath you've taken all day, and exhale slowly. Take your time. This now for me is a happy moment, so I'm not as anxious as I used to be when I started doing these videos. So now this is a joyful moment for me to take a deep breath and exhale slowly and enjoy being here with you. You can continue breathing deeply, or you can come back to a regular breath. It depends on what you need. If you need to take a few more deep breaths, just do it now. And I will continue to guide you through this gratitude meditation. First of all, if you have a project in your hands, you are probably quite grateful to have the resources available to you. And I mean by that financial resources, time, energy, health, the possibility to take a bit of time for yourself. Everything is reflected in your crochet project. So we can take a moment and enjoy the crochet and be thankful for having the opportunity to work on a beautiful project, to be able to sit or stand and create something beautiful out of some beautiful yarn. You can be grateful for having the opportunity to buy or make some pretty yarn, or for the opportunity to dye some yarn if you have self-dyed yarn, or to support local businesses that bring yarn close to you. There are many things to be grateful for, even in just one crochet project. You can feel this gratitude flowing through you just by like a wave that can travel through your body, and you can relax while feeling this. It can be a very pleasant sensation. And then after we have become aware of our gratitude towards the project that we're working on, we can go on to the people in our lives. I am grateful for my family, my husband who is here with me, and the family who is far away. And I know that you also are grateful for many people in your life. You can think of the friends that you have and that you appreciate. Think of one nice thing about each of the people that comes to mind. And the next time you interact with them, either live or online or by phone, tell them that thing that you thought of, the nice thing. You can make a plan now to tell them on your next interaction with them. You can think back to the things that have happened this year. This year has been much more difficult for many of us than many years previously. And still, there are things that were nice that happened. And nice people made those things happen. So we can thank them, even just in our minds. We can thank them directly, we can write to them, we can call them. If you know people who have been fighting for others, now is the perfect time to let them know how much you appreciate what they've done. And now I mean not only the people in the health sector, the people who have been risking their lives every day for our lives, but also everyone who's kept working so that we have food to eat and that we are warm and safe, that we have our utilities, everything. Everyone has been doing their best this year to ensure that we have decent lives. And we can thank them, and we can take a moment to appreciate everything that they have done this year for us. And we can also thank the people who did not stay at home, and the people who did show up to vote this year, and the people who will continue to show up to vote, to express their rights to proper representation, and to the people who have made it possible for many people to vote. I think that's one of the biggest things that has happened this year. Many more people than in regular years have gone to vote, and that's amazing. We have managed to motivate people to go and vote even despite the pandemic, and that's amazing. For me, that's extraordinary, and I'm really happy about it, and I'm very grateful to all the people who have made this possible and safe, because as we know, nothing is safe right now, but with some effort we can make it safer. You can continue this gratitude exercise by thinking of all the people that have done something positive this year and in the past. You can take a moment to remember the good times in your life, the nice moments maybe from your childhood, a nice teacher, maybe someone, a relative that you enjoyed spending time with, who you could maybe write a message to. They would love to hear from you, I'm sure. You can continue working and thinking about these people, and after you take a break, maybe you can go on and call them or write them, or you can call them while working. Why not? Crochet is nice in the way that you can work on it and talk to people at the same time. So, as always, you know that you will find this episode on my IGTV and on YouTube. I will upload this tomorrow to YouTube. If you would like to recap, to do the gratitude exercise again with me. If not, I will see you next week on Sunday. And if you plan on buying things for Black Friday and everything that's connected to that, please be aware and buy from either small businesses in your area or people who you know have a small business. Try to support the local economy wherever you are, and try to get things that have a symbolic meaning to the people that you want to give something to. So support your local economy. If you participate in Black Friday, I will also have a sale. Yeah, you will see everything about it in the next few days. Enjoy your Thanksgiving, and I will see you next week. Bye.